We won't take too long. Busy week, Mark, so let's get into it. First up, you got Don't Lie to Me heading south tomorrow, Thursday. How will she fare?
Yeah, she seems good. She gets into the ladyship final down there, which is a good series, Southland runs. So, a couple of Graham Andersons in there look pretty smart. But in saying that, we're drawn inside them and over a mile, we'll just roll forward and she'll probably roll a pretty good mile, our filly, and should be thereabouts at the finish.
Yeah, she looks competitive there. On to Addington Friday night. Good team there. Sue Princess, I think she only needed to step to be very dangerous at Methven the other day, but she failed to go away.
Yeah, kind of lost the thing, and probably a good race. If she did trot, she probably wouldn't have won that. So we might just put an under check on her this week to help her at the start. And, she's hit or miss. It's just her. And she's a chance in that. Westeros is going pretty good. But, she trots the whole way. She's an each way chance.
Okay. Burnham Boy, he comes back in class. He's got sort of barrier 14, I think, to beat. So there's good and bad there, isn't there?
Yeah, he drops back from, a sleeper run on Premier Night. But the 1980s aren't really his go. He's drawn the back row to the back row, which may not seem too bad, but there's a lot of speed off the front, so he could end up a bit further back than we want to. But back in grade, he's freshened up pretty good, so I'm sure he'll be pretty competitive in that field.
Okay. Master Lavros, Majestic Lavros, he was impressive first up. How has he fared since? And he looks in a nice race.
Yeah, we had him pretty forward for Premier Night. When the money's up, you want him ready, and he pretty much jogged that. So he ran a bit of time too. Totally different kettle fish this week off 20 metres. Beatty Yass's son and Matt Purse's trot off the front can run a bit of time, and it's not so much the 20 metres a concern. It's the 13 or 14 you've got to get round afterwards. But he's a pretty good horse, Majestic Lavros, and all things being equal, he's a definite top 3 player.
Yeah, I thought he was. I think class will tell there. Stylish Memphis, small setback you've had with her, nothing major, but just probably cost you really a week, I guess.
Yeah, a bit frustrating because it would have been good to go into that heat instead of taking on the free-for-all paces. But we had a wee setback that we had to take care of, and she seems over that on the improve. So she's coming in fresh. She had a few good trials, a couple of weeks back and that, and drawing 1 over 2.6, you can't complain. But it's hard to take on these race hardened horses that have done a bit of racing, but in saying that, the trials have brought her forward, and she'll definitely improve with the run. And class takes you a long way, and she's a very classy horse.
Yeah, well, you want a Peking Cup day as well, I guess, don't you? So it's a starting point. You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, if we go to the trials, we would only walk around, sprint home, so she'll get a good hit out this week. She's pretty big in condition, and it works out quite good. The other ones are off for handicaps, so we've got to begin and make advantage of that. But it's a good starting point for her, and I'm sure she'll improve.
Bravey Kelly joins the team. She's been up at your place from Tony Stratford's to race in the fillies races, but now joins your team. Good run last start, I thought. You must be looking forward to taking her to the races this week.
Yeah, Tony's done a great job with her, and just with the big races up here in Canterbury, has decided to leave her up with us, so we're pretty lucky. And her run in the sales race was every bit as good as a winner. I thought, like, to come from where she did and find the line, you don't go any better over 1980. So drawn 14 this week, and she's probably just coming in 1 run short. So probably like a lot of my team this week, instead of going to the trials, we're going to Addington. They put up the good stakes, so we're going to race for it. So she'll need a lot of luck from the outside the back row, but she is quite a nice filly, and she's a definite player in that field.
Okay, off to Oamaru Sunday. A couple of maidens, Captain Confetti and Issa Con Artist. What do you make of them?
It's a kind of ass been round and kind of drawn wide. She's improved a wee bit, but she probably needs to keep improving. So she'll be looking for luck. Captain Confetti, he won the trials. He's got a few tricks to him, and he's got a lot to learn. But on his work, and he's a near enough maiden, and he'll be pretty competitive in that if he steps over 2,000 metres.
Orlando Magic's going to go to Oamaru instead of Addington, and probably suits her in the trot down there.
Yeah, she's just been missed throughout the trials, so made a few gear changes, and in that field, if she trots away, and it's hard from the back row, but if she trots away, gets the right run, I'm confident she'll be pretty competitive this week. She seems to improve from last week, and she's on the way up, so we're quite happy with the work.
Excellent. Well, you've got a big team in this week, and starting to roll a few numbers through, eh?
Yeah, just that time of year, there's a few to come out, and the Christmas team are, a few weeks away, and that from trialling. So, it's that time of year, and a wee bit of horsepower coming out again. It's kind of helpful to put them on the float each night.
Absolutely, it is. Well, good luck with that, and I'm sure you'll find a winner somewhere.
Yeah, we'll do our best. Cheers.
Thanks, Mark.